Let's all be seated. I'm going to have Cantor Rosenberg just stand at the back door if any children identify themselves. Story time. If not, please stay in the sanctuary. Before we begin, I just want to thank Rachel Glazer, who does all things in Boston, especially in support of Israel, so welcome. We're really glad you led us to Daniel and Neriyah today. I want to recognize Ilana, who's here, who I thought was coming from Israel, and she's going to come forward after our speakers and maybe field some questions, but it turns out that Ilana is not from Israel. She is from Needham, but attended a birthright trip how long ago? A month ago, and here you are. And to make that choice to go to Israel at this time must have been incredibly powerful. And so you'll have to speak to us at another time. But I am really glad that we have Daniel and Neriyah Sharabi with us, brothers who were attending the Nova Festival on October 7th, as we know what turned out to be the deadliest day in Jewish history since the horrors of the Holocaust over 75 years ago. I do not want to say any more. I want to allow them the time to share their experience with us and what they have dedicated themselves to since that day, which is an organization they created for the survivors and the wounded of the Nova Festival. And we don't traditionally fundraise on Shabbat. Instead, we highlight valuable organizations that we hope you'll contribute to after Shabbat. So we've placed the QR code on sheets outside, and I will make the fundraising pitch for them, which is to say they have come from Israel to raise funds for a valuable organization that we're going to, that is important due to the suffering that started on October 7th. And there's no one better, I gather, to share words with us today than them. And so I'm grateful you're with us. So if you'll come forward, and I am told from people in the congregation, our sound has been complicated when we don't use these mics, because if you turn your head, you miss the microphone. So we're going to try something. I'm going to place the microphones on both sides. So that way, if you're speaking here, you can look that way, and you can look that way, and no one's sitting over there, so you don't have to look this way. But if you can't hear them, and it's due to what you think is the microphone, raise your hand, and then I'll attach the ears. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So, Shabbat Shalom. First of all, we introduced ourselves. I am Neriyah Sharabi, 22 years old. I served in the army. I finished it before 1.5 years ago. And I start to work and trying to save for my trip after the army.
My name is Daniel Sharabi, 23 years old. I finished the army 2 years ago. I was a combat medic. And after the army, I go to travel a little bit, North America, South America, and then I go back to Israel. And I planning to go to US to work a little bit and work in, to be a pilot in Maryland. But 3 days before I supposed to fly, the massacre blocked me to do it. I share with you a little bit. I take you with us to this day. And 4 months and almost 2 weeks, it was Simchat Torah holiday. All of us, go to Bet Knesset after this dinner of holiday. And we plan after the dinner to go out to big festival that all of us wait for this. We see it, we eat, all our family, the big family, my cousins, my best friend Yosef, that now are hostage, come to us to the dinner. We go to the party. Everything was amazing. We was 5,000 people almost come to enjoy, to celebrate, you know, like the Coachella here in America. Till 6:29, the music stopped, and we saw the rockets. All the sky was gray. It doesn't saw the sky. It was 100 rockets in a minute. When the rockets start to fly, some of them hit around us, and people start to get nervous and start to scream, the Giriel. It was a big, big panic. We decided to stay a little bit because the traffic, if 5,000 people leave the area in a minute, it's going to be big, big traffic. So if we wait half hour, we can drive nicely, have fun, at least from the drive. After 20 minutes, I feel something wrong. I go to the manager of the security. I know him. He was in the bar in the middle of the party. And when I arrived to him with my friend Yosef, I hear on the radio that someone gets shot. And then everything starts. I call to Neriyah. I tell him to come to the road. I'm on the way to road because I hear someone get shot, so I'm going to help them. I'm a medic. I was with Yosef. Neriyah come with my cousins he's going to bring the car, and he just left the car and ran into us. He arrived also to the road. When we arrived to the road, my friend screamed to me from far, come here, come here, come here. We need a medic. I ran into him. When I arrived to him, I saw a girl that get shot. 3 bullets rolled in his back and his leg. I started to do first aid, tourniquet, whatever I know. Someone bring for us a stretcher. We evacuated the girl to the place of the medic and the ambulance and the police. And when we evacuated the girl, we come back to the road. We saw ambulance, empty ambulance, and we want to break the ambulance and take the medic staff. We take the medic staff. We were 6 people. Me, Neriyah, Yosef Chaim Ohana, right now he's a hostage. Shalev Yoshua, my cousins, Itai Bausi, and Ben Mizrahi. Both of them get murdered after 20 minutes. We take the staff, the medic staff from the ambulance. Ben put it on his bag. And after 2 minutes, the terrorists arrived to us. 3 trucks of terrorists come to us and start to shoot all over the people, start to kill the people. We trying to go back all over the road. If you see the road with all the cars, 232, we jumping from a car to a car and we run and figure out how we leave the area. People shoot on us. It's snipers, RPG rockets, like small division. He killed all the police that trying to block them, and we was behind the police, and we get attacked by RPG behind the car that we was, and we split. My cousins go inside to the party. Yosef go to the left side of the road. Me and Neriyah stay together. Itai and Ben probably die in this moment. And we continue to run in all the road, and we jumping from a car to a car, and we start to jump on a dead body, on people that die. And every second, every car that we pass blew up to the sky because the RPG. When we finish the road, we jump on a car. We understand that we cannot longer run in anymore because we're not going to arrive so far. And we start to jump on a car and we start to drive. And when I start to drive, I saw some vehicle come in front of me, and he drive like he drunk, but he actually get shot. And I saw him take left, and I saw what's going on in the left. He probably know something. And I saw the tank. I saw Israeli tank get hide. And both of us was in the army. We understand that we not hopeless anymore. We can fight back. If we're going to die, at least it's not when we're running.
After that we're running almost almost 2 hours, and it was the worst feeling to be hopeless. That we know that we was in the IDF. If we had the weapon, we can save more people. And then we get to the tank, and immediately we decided to go inside and trying to find weapon. We go inside. Daniel go to the radio, trying to reach out with the IDF without answer. And then I just immediately start to search after the weapon. And I look it on the floor, and I see a vest. I'm trying to pick him up, and then I realize this is not just a vest, this is dead soldiers. I start to switch him up to find his weapon, almost 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, Daniel go out because we start to get shot by RPG, by a lot of shooting. And I stayed there because I decided that until I'm not get the weapon, I'm not leave the tank. After 10 minutes, I find his weapon. I try to get out from the tank, start to fight back, and then I put my head in above the tank from the exit, and then I get 10 bullets right above my head, and I realized that I can't go out like this. So I decided to throw the weapon to Daniel, that he was outside. And then I jump out from the tank, and the weapon was jammed. In the beginning, we realized that we have to go back to the tank to bring oil, but the tank was bombed, so Daniel told me, you cannot go there because if you die, I can't go back home. So he just asked the girls that over there, who has Vaseline, who has oil, something to fix the weapon, and then some of the girls bring us a little package of Vaseline, and he put it on my weapon, and in the miracle way, the weapon, I load it, and the weapon work. I go to the left side of the tank.
This was the miracle of Hanukkah for us, the oil miracle, yeah.
Nespach HaShemen, yeah. And I start to fight back, and then I start to realize that we are surrounded, more than 120 terrorists, just me with M16 that I took from that soldier, and another survivor that took machine gun. Like this 6 hours that we're fighting, I am without short because Daniel has to took it for do another people tourniquet. We fight like this, we get 2 RPG, one of them hit us, I get shrapnels in my pinky, Daniel get also 2 of them in his hand. And my worst feeling from that day was the way out. Because when I leave the tank, I think, okay, it's over. I'm not going to see any more blood. And then we start to go out, and I see all the road full with dead bodies. Over than 200 dead bodies, if I can call it like this, because most of them was pieces of dead bodies. And after that day, we start to trying to find other people because I took a lot of video. We started search after our friend. After 11 days, we realized that his best girlfriend born alive and left from her just 3 teeth, and his best friend from 8 years kidnapped by the Hamas.
$364 people murdered in the Nova. Almost 50 people get kidnapped. It was 4,500 people in the Nova. We have information about 3,800 survivors only. It's a lot of people, a lot of dead people, a lot of our friends. I know something like 30 people that die in the Nova. A few of them, it's a good friend of me. One of them, it's almost my best friend. After the Nova, we think that our war is over, but it just started. We start to fight with panic attack. We start to fight with the feeling. We start to fight with the life, how to continue in our life. After a month, my friend invited me to vacation in LA, in San Diego. And we speak in one event, and our story blew up. And we start to understand how powerful our story. And after a few weeks, we speak with someone from the Nova that was in Israel we have a big group of survivors. He sent a warning message in the group, and my cousin called him and asked him what's going on, and he saw him trying to suicide. Almost 14 people become suicide from the Nova already. We decide no more. We're going to do something. So our father is a lawyer in Israel. We open a non-profit organization in Israel for the survivor and the wounded. This is the name. We start to take care of the people from the Nova. With therapy, with big retreat that we do, with treatment to take care of the people. He needed treatment and he needed fast. We cannot wait till the government start to act and help to the PTSD.
We start to do 3 ways of help the survival. First of all, to do spatial therapy, EMR, eyes movement. We try a lot of things in all these months. And unfortunately, most of the therapy not help us at all. I continue to get nightmare every night. I continue to get vision of people. And just after this therapy, I start to feel much better. So we decide to bring this. For this therapy, for 6 sessions, for each person, it costs for us $400 for each. And we have at least 1,050 people that we already contact with them, our friend, the survival that need it. We also do another help with retreat, because most of the people not feel safe in any place in the country. So we bring them 3 days of retreat with safe place, with therapy, with food, with drinks, whatever they need and want, for make them feel a little bit better.
These people don't know the big plan that's supposed to happen in Israel in this day. But it was a surprise for them that they find the big party, 5,000 people. The big plan was to arrive to Tel Aviv. In Simchat Torah morning, it's 50 minutes to arrive to Tel Aviv from Gaza. All the road clean, nobody on the road, all the people sleeping. You know, it's holiday. It's supposed to arrive to Tel Aviv. When the party was over there, and most of the terrorists was busy to kill 5,000 people. We ask for anyone. We cannot leave them behind. This is the future of Israel. This is the young man, the young woman is the future of the country, our country. This is our friend, the family. We ask for help for anyone, and we spread the word.
We feel responsibility from that day for all the survival. So help us to help another people. Thank you so much, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I want to thank you. Thanks for being here. I want to thank both of you for being here. I know it must be very difficult to share this over and over again, but the power of your words will hopefully lead to strengthen others who have encountered such horror. I just want to thank you for really sharing your story and the importance of your organization Ilana, I promised you an opportunity to ask a question if there was something you felt was missed.
They do an amazing job every time I've heard them speak. I think they did enough.
Yes, so I want to thank you. Information about the organization is outside. I will also, on behalf of all of us at the Temple community, make sure that the funding comes your way. You're doing such sacred and important work. So hopefully we can be your partners. So
Thank you. I can say one more thing?
yeah.
I have a message for you. From my friend, from the people in Israel. You know, the situation right now for the Jewish, it's amazing. Everyone united. Every time that we hit by someone, we get in together, all of us, and we feel strong than ever. So I ask you, for the people that not longer with us. Before yesterday, the brother of my friend died in Gaza. For all the people that sacrifice his life, let's be together, not just in the war, to the rest of the time, in the good times and bad times. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's all rise. We're going to conclude with Hatikva and then Kiddush and Motzi, and then we'll go outside and celebrate Shabbat. Doneg.
Kol od baleva nima nefesh Yehudi.
The flag is by the windows.
Ulfatei